All right, everybody, welcome back to Bourbon Flights OKC. Eric, as always, with my co-host Jason. This is Season 2, Episode number 12. This is Elijah Craig 9-year single barrel review. This is a private barrel pick from
Express Liquors
on Northwest Expressway.
Yes.
For some reason, I'm having a really hard time with that. But as you said, we haven't done this in a while. We went on vacation for a Friendsgiving, and I've been super busy and all that good stuff. So here we are. We're back.
Yeah.
I mean... Episode 12 is not a terrible place to take a break. It's kind of right in the middle of the season.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So tell us how you found this, where you found this, and I think that there's a special kind of story.
Yeah, there's a connection.
A connection, that's right. That's right.
So I was referred to a friend of ours of the show that works at a liquor store asked me if I had been to Express Liquors up on Northwest Expressway. Said it was a newer place. I should check it out.
I haven't been there.
Yeah.
So and you hadn't either, right?
I had not.
Okay.
I didn't know it was there.
Yep.
I don't get on Northwest Expressway that much, but I will be going over there a little more
Yep.
now. So I walked in, new place, very nice, very clean, very neat, very organized. They don't mix the bourbon.
Helpful.
They don't mix the whiskeys.
Yeah.
You know, they keep. But I ran into the store owner. She was there. Her name's Jessica. She was really nice, very knowledgeable about bourbon, and she enjoys bourbon herself.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, they're wrong if they don't.
That's right. It's okay to be wrong, I guess.
So we got to talking, and this is her private barrel pick that she did with some of her friends. And come to find out, one of the people that picked this was Michael Branson. For those of you who don't know, he has a friend of the show. They are Bourbon with the Bransons on TikTok.
Yep. Yeah, go over to give them a follow. They got some pretty good content.
Yeah.
That dude is a wealth of knowledge in the bourbon game.
Yeah, the Sherlock Holmes of the bourbon and whiskey world.
Right.
I mean, he's amazing.
That's right.
Super great folks, too. Check them out. But anyway, when we were over there, remember the disaster that was Whiskey Fest? And he invited us over, and so we went over, and we were talking about the Elijah Craig barrel picks that were around town, and he said that he had gotten to sample all of them except for one, and that he had done a barrel pick with one.
Okay.
Well, when I was talking with Jessica, she was like, "Oh, you'll see this was selected by Saturday Morning Jam, and it's for Jessica, Alan, and Michael." And I said, "Michael?"
Jam.
And she goes, yeah.
There you go.
And she said, "Michael Branson, do you know him?" I said, "Yeah, I know Michael. Drank bourbon with a few times. He's a great guy." And
come and get your jam.
So
there it is, right there.
This is the barrel pick he was telling us about. That was the best one that came through Oklahoma City.
Perfect.
So
he knows we're huge Heaven Hell people.
Yeah.
I mean, we've done single barrel, small batch. We've done
numerous
barrel picks. Definitely a favorite bottle of mine. Breaking Bourbon didn't really have a ton about the bottle, so I'm just going to go off what's on here. Elijah Craig, Heaven Hill, obviously, it's single barrel, Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. It's a private barrel from Come and Get Your Jam.
Yes, Come and Get Your Jam.
That's right.
Saturday morning.
Proof is 121.0, which means 60.5% alcohol by volume, and it is 9-year uncut, straight from the barrel, and their signature 1789 as well. Shall we?
Let's do it. I've been waiting for this.
We've been waiting for this for a while. Again, we took a huge break to go out into the woods in Arkansas, which is always a blast. So
yeah, your wife got some great pics of the waterfalls and stuff.
That's right.
Found out.
That's right. Yeah. We definitely did exploring, which is awesome. That's classic, like Heaven Hill, like little nutty, nice and smooth.
Yeah.
Man, that is nice.
That is amazing.
A little bit darker to me than normal.
It does.
Like Elijah Craig.
Man,
a lot of vanilla on there.
Yeah, you get some fruit. It's sweeter.
And it's easy to drink. No heat. Like good spice on the end.
Yeah. But it leaves you with that sweet.
Mm-hmm.
That is now. I mean, we kind of knew going into this if Michael was involved with it, it was going to be good.
Yeah.
So I mean,
not too dry. It's not oily. It's not watery.
I mean, that is of all of the Elijah Craig barrel picks, this is definitely the best one.
So it is funny too. Like I would say, it's a little bit less nutty.
Yeah.
Than most. Like it's not that traditional like Heaven Hill, like peanut in your face.
Yeah, it's a little sweeter.
Yeah,
too.
yeah. Which I think is probably because it's right, like it's not as savory with the nuts. It's a little bit more sweet. So, just a couple things that Breaking Bourbon's talking about. Creme brulee notes. This has a bit more nut. I think it's a little less nutty. If I had to say, palate oak vanilla, obviously butterscotch, very smooth, very little heat up front. Flavors are well balanced.
Yeah.
And then the finish, a nice cinnamon infused heat punch throughout. I don't think it's too hot. I do agree with cinnamon, but it's not that like, if you've ever watched the podcast before, it's not that super overpowering, dry your mouth out, like gross, like big red gum.
Yeah.
I get from a lot of like over cinnamoned. Cinnamoned, is that a word?
Yeah.
Over cinnamoned bourbons. But yeah, this is a good one. God, Elijah Craig's just so good.
That is the oak on it. Man, it's a little different tasting. It's good.
It is.
Because
I wonder if it's because
you still get the oak, but it's like, I don't know. I can't put my finger on that.
Okay. So this is interesting. I just looked it up. Regular Elijah Craig single barrel looks like 94 proof. Using the same small batch photo on here, but I believe the regular one's only 94 proof.
And how much is this one? What did you say this proof was? 121. It does not drink like 121 proof.
Let me make sure on that. I don't want to misspeak here.
That's got like a little earthiness to it on long finish, but it's good. It's not
okay.
Like
so they're all the private barrel ones are all a little different.
Yeah.
Like this one's 123. I'm looking for just the regular.
Oh, just the regular private barrel or single barrel.
They're all private barrels.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Maybe this will show us. No, that's a private barrel as well. And yeah, so I guess they're all, but I guess what we're used to having, because we've had so much small batch, is we're probably used to like that lower proof Elijah Craig.
Yeah.
Whereas now we're having something that's higher proof. Obviously that's been picked by somebody that knows what they're doing.
Yes.
Right? Which is
Definitely
good.
knows their bourbon.
So yeah, I mean, I think this is a solid bourbon. I think it's honestly a good one I'd say if you are typically a low proof, meaning 100 and under, even though this one's 121, this is a good starting point because of how smooth it is.
Yeah.
It's not super spicy. Not a lot of that rye heat on the back end of it. I think this is a solid go-to.
Definitely going to be going back to Express Liquor. That's 9218 North Council, Oklahoma City, 73132.
Ask for Jessica. Tell her Eric and or Jason or Bourbon Flights OKC sent you.
You definitely don't want to miss out on that. Yeah. She had a few looked like she had about at least 4 or 5 cases that I saw left.
Nice.
So that would be great for a gift for Christmas too, or if you got a bottle share coming up or a party like we have, we should definitely take this to the party.
Yes, we should. We're going tonight to a Christmas party. So it's like we're attached to the hip everywhere. We go everywhere together. I am curious.
Yeah.
I just want to drink a little bit. I have a small batch up here, which is kind of more and I need to kill this bottle anyway. Do you want a fresh Glencairn?
Yeah.
I just want to see what the difference is between. So this isn't a private barrel. This is just a regular small batch. This is 94 proof. There's no age statement, I believe. I'm sure it's at least 4 years.
I brought you a fresh.
Perfect. You're the man. I just want to give it a little taste, do a little contrast and compare. Again, this is the small batch. It's not the single barrel. But again, because we're such big Heaven Hill fans, it just you said it. I mean, it's just so different, that single barrel, from most like Heaven Hill products. I feel like
you can smell how the difference in it's sweeter. Plus, there's quite a bit of difference in color too.
Yeah, definitely a little more bland. The mouthfeel is a little bit flat for me. It's still good.
Smooth drink.
And I mean, obviously, it was the end of a bottle. This is great. This is great. I mean, Elijah Craig, Heaven Hill, they just do good stuff, right? I mean, really can't go wrong with any Elijah Craig product.
What would you give it out of 10?
Out of 10 for the barrel pick?
Let's put it this way. Let's rate it compared to all the other barrel picks from Elijah Craig that we've
dude.
had.
I think it'd be easier for me to rate it just flat out
just
than trying to remember every single Elijah Craig barrel pick that we've done. I'm going to say... Oh, that's tough. I'm like in between like a 7-8, maybe like an 8-1. I'm somewhere in there.
Really? Okay.
I really like it.
Okay.
I'm probably an 8-1. I would say an 8-1.
So I was thinking 8-2.
Yeah, I'm right there.
Yeah,
that's for such a high proof. It's so easy to drink.
I agree. And if it's something you want to start getting into the higher proofs that have better flavor, more complex flavors, definitely this is a good one to go for. I'm sure this probably won't survive the party tonight, but I'm going to go back.
I guarantee you it won't.
So I want to go back to Jessica and see if I can get another bottle, and then let's get the other private. I still have several of the other private barrel picks that we've picked up.
I just killed my last Elijah Craig. I've got some other barrel picks, but not.
Yeah, I'd like to put it up
Elijah
against.
Craig.
I mean, I know it's going to win because I can remember most of what the other ones.
We should blind them.
Yeah,
we should do a blind with those.
Yeah.
The other thing we need to do eventually is do the what? So the barrel we put what? Ancient age?
Yes, ancient.
Not preferred. Not the preferred one, right? Just the regular ancient age. Yeah. God,
I want to
preferred by no one.
Well, my thing is that preferred, if it's a much higher proof, and that might have been better. If we could get that to tame that awful flavor.
I think Ancient Age was a good one because I mean we for a cheap bottle we liked it.
Yeah.
So if you haven't watched the podcast, we got 1 liter. This is a 1 liter little barrel,
charred barrel, number 4 char
jug. I don't even call it barrel. It's so small, right?
Like something you'd hang under.
But we put Ancient Age, and it's been about a month, right?
I did it.
So.
November 1st.
One of these episodes will have to give an update on how that's going.
Right. And if you watch Brizzle and the other guys, they'll tell you, the smaller the barrel, the faster it ages.
Yeah.
So
yeah, definitely. There's some chart somewhere, and I can't remember what the
it was like 30. Oh, gosh. What was it? I can't remember. 33 days was a year or something like that.
I don't know. Yeah.
For a small
I sent it to you. I'd have to go back and look, but
anyway.
I don't remember.
I guess.
And then we have so many experiments. I mean, we're going to I got an Amberana. If you guys have watched the podcast, you remember how terrible this is, the Koval. It's organic. And then I got this Amberana stave from Craft Brew. It was like $6. The problem is the stave is too big to go into the bottle. So he brought a bottle that's almost empty. So that's going to be another experiment. We're going to put an Amberana stave into the Koval. Another grape cheat, the old granddad.
Yeah, the 114, a sleeper.
Can't go wrong with the old granddad.
But, I mean, look at the size of that cork. Good Lord.
Yeah. So that should fit in there, no problem.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So that's another experiment that's going on. I'm still trying to find a cheap distillation machine because I'd like to redistill.
Oh, yeah.
Like, take Ancient and Preferred.
Vivor makes them.
Oh, yeah? Take something we don't like Ancient and Preferred, and redistill it.
Is your wife baking again, or am I
having
a stroke? Okay. Like, am I having another stroke?
Are you having a stroke? No, she's baking for the party tonight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Man,
that is really good.
Yeah, that
really delicious.
Yeah, fantastic.
Really can't say any more about that other than it's really good.
Yeah. So again, Express Liquor.
Yep.
9218 North Council.
Yeah.
It's it's right there on the corner of Council and Northwest Expressway.
I'm down there all the time. I work over there.
It's not far from here. Yeah, it's not far from here.
I should go over there and say hello.
Yes, you should.
Whenever I have a moment, which is seemingly never.
Yeah, it seems like your moments are away from here.
That's right.
So, all right.
Any comments, concerns? This is a shorter episode. We just wanted to knock this out because they were so gracious to hook us up with this bottle.
So thanks again.
Yep.
Jessica, we appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure. Any last comments, concerns? Don't forget, Express Liquor, 9218 North Council, out in OKC. Ask for Jessica. Eric, Jason, or Bourbon Flights OKC sent you. Definitely try to find one of those Elijah Craig.
You definitely want one of those.
From the jam. So... Comments, concerns, accolades, questions.
I'm concerned that
criticisms.
There's not going to be another bottle when I'm ready to go back. So that's going to be priority number 1 next week.
Nice. Well, we're back to doing episodes every week. Again, we took a little hiatus. It's the holidays, obviously. Things are super busy.
Yeah.
You have something else?
Yes.
I thought you said you didn't.
I didn't. And I just reminded me when you said that. It's the holiday season. This is also allocation season. So allocations are starting to pop up.
Yep.
I have missed my Elmer T. Lee by a week, a few days, and an hour.
That's right.
So
make sure to bring your tents, your chairs, camp out in front of a liquor store, do whatever you need to do. Oak City Bourbon says see you this weekend, so they must have an allocation sale. So they just tuned in on. We're also on TikTok Live now. Look at us.
Yeah.
Look at how technologically savvy we are. All right. Anything else, my friend?
No.
All right. Everybody, thanks for joining us on this bourbon journey through OKC. Remember, there is a world of bourbon out there waiting to be explored one sip at a time. Until next time, keep your glasses full and your spirits high.
Cheers.